Hello guys, welcome to this Java programming series, and this video is for the introduction to Java programming. Okay, so this course is brought to you by Six Phrase, the finishing school, and the course instructor is Sachin Nandasabaresh. Okay, so I'm going to take you through all this course entirely. Yes, let's get started. So in today's lecture, we'll be covering about why is Java very important to us, and a very small, brief about the history of Java and what is exactly Java all about, and how Java is differing from C, C++ because C, C++ are the languages which came before Java. So what is that change that has been done in Java? Okay, so why it is done and how it is going to be an advantage to users. So those things we will be discussing, and also finally we will be discussing about the general characteristics of Java. Okay, so we are not going to we are not going to I'm not just going to bore you with all this basics which you already people many people who knows the basics of Java already know all these concepts. So I'm not going to go very deep into all this topics. Okay, so we will have a we will just have a very very small introduction about Java, and we will just right away enter into the learning syntaxes of Java, right? So fine. So the very first thing that we need to know is why is Java very important, and still the number of users who are using Java is very large actually, right? Java is one of the language that is used by many of the corporation industries. The many reputed companies are now still they are using Java, and there is a big community of users who are still preferring Java and using Java for their regular coding purpose. What is the main important thing that is that strikes about Java is that there is two important reasons that why Java has a is having one step ahead of C and C++ is there is a trouble with C and C++, that is they are not portable and they are not actually platform independent languages. For example, they are not platform independent in the sense, for example, if you are writing that C++ for a Unix based system like for example Linux or Ubuntu or Lubuntu. So if for that kind of OS operating system, if some code, a snippet if you are writing in C or C++, that code cannot be run in a different environment. Okay, so it cannot be fully it will not fully support that code cannot be run in a different environment. So that is what the different environment in the sense is different operating system. Okay, so that is why we are saying that C++ are not platform independent languages, they are platform dependent languages, and they are also not portable because they are not platform dependent, so they are not platform independent, so they are also not portable. Okay, but it was a time in 1990s, the World Wide Web was introduced, the emergence of World Wide Web, www, and which actually demanded portable programs actually, because it was introducing websites, web pages. So actually there is a need of actually portable and platform independent languages. There was a great demand of that, and we had no languages which is like portable and which is like platform dependent. We don't have any languages at that point of time when www was emerging actually. So because of that demand, people started, that is Sun Microsystems, that group started developing a new language. That language is what? Java. And portability and security necessitated the invention of Java. Okay, so portability and security are two important things that makes Java a very important language till now. Okay, fine guys. So the next thing that we wanted to know is a small history that Java was started by this concept of developing a new language was initiated by Sun Microsystems and the founder James Gosling. Okay, then at the same time the co-founder of when this development of Java started, co-founder was actually Vinod Khosla. So these two people together started developing this, started this idea of creating a new language, and they named that language Oak. Actually, initially they named that language Oak, okay, and later on they changed it to Java because there was already already a brand called as Oak, actually Oak Technologies. So they were not able to use this copyrighted word called as Oak. So they have to change to a new word. So based on the features of Java, features of the programming languages, the entire team actually suggested this name called as Java, and they were naming this new languages Java, and they were releasing this new language at the year 1995 in May 25. Okay, fine. So this is a very small history. Like James Gosling and Vinod Khosla, they together started this idea of creating a new language which is going to be portable, and also security is a main criteria. Then also it is going to be platform independent. Okay, and they named it initially Oak, and because of copyright issues they changed the name to Java actually. And this, after 5 years, I think they started it in 1991, and after 4 to 5 years of continuous development, they released this language in the year 1995 May. Exactly a date is May 25. Okay, so what is Java? Java is a general purpose object oriented language. Okay, in this lecture we will see what is actually object oriented language, because I think if you have already learned C++, then you know very well what is object oriented language, what is object oriented programming. Okay, but still people who have not learned C++, or you are only familiar with the C, then automatically you still you could have not learned what is object oriented programming. Okay, fine. Then there is some, Java is called as a Ora language. What is Ora? Write once, run anywhere. Okay, so Ora, W-O-R-A, W stands for write, O once, R run, A anywhere. So this is write once, run anywhere. That what it is telling actually, write once, run anywhere. It's clearly conveying us that Java is a portable as well as a platform independent language, because it can be written in any one platform and it can be run in any platform. Okay, so whatever platform that we are writing, it is not constrained to that particular platform. It can be used in any environment, any operating system. Okay, right, fine. And it is designed for easy web and internet application, because Java also started to develop because of the emergence of WWW, that is World Wide Web. So World Wide Web means you have to create web applications that runs in internet. Okay, web application, or otherwise called as internet application. So Java was also designed for easy web and internet application development. For that purpose also Java was developed. And because of these reasons, because of these three things, important things, one is object oriented programming paradigm, that because of that, and then Ora, write once, run anywhere, that is platform independent and as well as portable language designed for easy web and internet applications. So a language which can also act object oriented language, which can also act as platform independent portable language, as well as it can be also used for web development purpose also. This was the first language to do so. That is the reason why it got a widespread acceptance, and all the web applications that in the period of 1995 to 2000 was completely built on Java. So we have a wide range of applications that is built on top of Java. So it got a widespread acceptance, and the developer community of Java actually expanded a lot. Okay, fine. So when the Java community has expanded a lot, all those community people automatically they created their own libraries. Many libraries, user defined libraries was created by the community of Java developers. So finally, the one thing that I mean to convey is that Java has a widespread acceptance in the first 5 years of its journey, right? Then the next thing is, how is Java different from the programming language called as C? Okay, so the major difference is that C is actually a structure oriented language, because we have a data type called as structure. So C is a structure oriented language, and Java is not a structure oriented language, it is an object oriented language, and also has mechanism to define classes and objects. Okay, when we enter into object oriented programming section, there we will learn what is classes, what is objects. But for people who know C++ or who know what is object classes and object oriented programming, for them I'm just telling that this is the major difference between C and Java. Actually, the major difference is C is a structure oriented language and Java is a object oriented language. Java does not support an explicit pointer type. Okay, Java does not support an explicit pointer type. That is for security purpose. They have not included this pointer type, because when you include a explicit pointer type, what will happen is there will be a security issue actually. Okay, because there will be unauthorized memory usage will happen. For that reason, in Java they have not supported explicit pointer type. Java also does not have preprocessors, so we will not be able to use #define, #include and #ifdef statements. These kind of things we will not be able to use in Java because there is no preprocessors available here. Java also does not include structures, unions and enum data types. These are all not available in Java. So I'm just listing out what are the basic differences between the existing language C and the new language. This is a new language called as Java, right? Then Java does not include keywords like goto, size of operator is not available, type def is not available in Java. Okay, Java adds labeled break and continue statement. Break and continue statements are available here. Okay, Java adds many features required for object oriented programming, because under object oriented programming there are many features which is available. Those are all different from C, because C is not having any object oriented programming structure. Okay, it is not having object oriented programming feature. So all the features that comes under object oriented programming is also not available in C programming. Okay, now coming to C++. In C++, object oriented programming is available. Okay, it is an object oriented programming language. C++ is an object oriented programming language. Okay, now let us see what are all the features that are in C++ which are removed in Java. Okay, so Java doesn't support pointers because to avoid unauthorized access of memory location. This already I have mentioned. And C++ have structures. Even C++ has class objects, but also it has structures, unions and enum data type. But in Java we have completely they have completely ignored structures, unions and enum data type. Coming to object oriented programming, there is a small difference in C and C++ and Java. In object oriented programming there is a concept called as operator overloading in C++, which is not here in Java. They have completely removed that operator overloading. This is also for the purpose of security. Okay, so they have removed many things from C++ and C, mainly for the purpose of security. Okay, then preprocessor plays less important role in C++. Actually, in C we have preprocessor plays a very important role. Then in C++ they have reduced the importance, and finally in Java they have entirely eliminated that preprocessor concept. That is #define, #include. That concept is completely ignored here. Java does not support global variables. Okay, every method and variable is declared within a class and forms part of that class. So every variable is inside a class. A variable cannot be declared outside the class. Okay, in Java. So if a variable is declared outside the class, that variable only can be called as global variable. So when the variables cannot be able to declare outside the class, then definitely we can clearly say that global variables are not supported in Java. Java does not allow default arguments. Okay, Java does not allow default arguments in function. You know what is default argument in function. Suppose if you are familiar with the languages like C or C++ or Python. If you're familiar with those languages, then you know what is default argument. Java does not support default argument. Java does not support inheritance of multiple superclasses by a subclass. That is, multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. Okay, so this is, if you want to apply this multiple inheritance which is available in C++, then that has to be accomplished by using interface concept that is there in Java. Okay, so and also the very major difference is it is not possible to declare unsigned integers in Java. There is nothing called as unsigned integer in Java. Okay, in Java, objects are passed by reference only. In C++, objects may be passed by value or by reference, but here in Java, objects are passed by only reference. It cannot be passed by value. Okay, see, don't think that okay, I can't understand whatever you're saying. I'm just listing out the differences between the existing language and Java. You might also be not familiar with these things, which we are going to look in this entire course, but you should know these, have a list of these things, and in between we will see all these things in the course. Okay, fine. Next, coming to the characteristics of Java. Java is a very simple language. It is object oriented. These are all the strength of Java. Okay, Java is very simple. It's a strength. It is object oriented programming. It is a strength. Okay, it is a distributed language. It is an interpreted language. Java is robust. Okay, Java is architecture neutral. Java is architecture neutral in the sense it's platform independent. Java is portable language. Okay, you can use it anywhere, in any kind of environment, any kind of operating system. Okay, Java's performance is the next important characteristic. Its performance was better. Java is multi-threaded. What is multi-threaded? Multi-threaded means different pieces of the same snippet. For example, if you are writing a Java code, you're writing a Java code, then that Java code is divided into few segments, and all these segments are concurrently executed using multi-threads. Actually, generally what will happen is whenever you write a C program or C++ program, the entire code, that whatever you have written in a single file will take only one thread, and the complete execution will happen using that same thread. But here, coming to Java, many threads will be created, and the same code, same file, whatever code that you have written in the same file will be split into different parts, and each and every part will be executed using the multiple threads created at the concurrent time. This actually raised the performance of Java, because same code, the execution of the code will be very faster, because the same code snippet is divided into different segments, and all these different segments are executed simultaneously, and then it is just again then the output of the executions are again merged back. Java is dynamic. And final thing, very important thing, Java is secure. Okay, Java is a very secure language. Okay, so it's simple, object oriented, distributed, interpreted, robust, architecture neutral, portable, performance, multi-threaded, dynamic, and secure. Okay, so guys, this is just an introduction to Java, just to tell that why Java has a great importance still in the market. And so that is the reason why I've given this introduction. This is not a brief introduction. This is just a simple introduction to Java. So if you want to speak about Java, there are a lot of things that we can just keep on speaking about Java. But one important thing that you need to understand is that Java is platform independent, and it is a portable language, and it is a very secure language. And multi-threaded is a very important feature. Object oriented concept is one important feature. So these are all the important features that have been added to Java to make it available for even web application development and mobile application development. Okay, so you know very well that now even Android applications are being developed by using Android Studio, which depends on the back end of it is depending upon Java language scripting. I mean, for the scripting purpose, we are using Java, right? So Android apps are developed by using Java. Web applications are developed by Java using servlets, okay, and Java server pages like JSP, okay, fine. So about these things, there are a lot of things like J2SC, J2MA. All these things we are going to see in this course briefly. Okay, how to connect a database to Java. There are a lot of concepts that is going to be discussed in this course very briefly. Okay, so keep on watching the series actually. Fine, thank you guys.